2. It's your boy Jones N Mann. Welcome back to Sipping Sundays. I know what everybody's gonna say is, man, it has been a long time since you've had a Sipping Sunday. I know. My life's crazy, things are busy, I'm always running and doing other things. I don't really like this camera angle setup, but I'm sitting out here. I was editing a little video, and I was like, you know what? Let's do a little sipping sun. Oh, that's taking it even higher up. Let's do a little sipping Sunday. Might as well, right? So here I am, sipping Sunday. I guess I could have worked on the angle first, but I just got excited. Hadn't talked to y'all in a minute, so excuse me for being a little overzealous. And y'all getting a little more, oh, there we go. That's much better. A little more behind the scenes than expected. I don't know if I can see comments right now, so I'm going to try and get over into, pull my computer up so I can see comments at the same time. So if you are making a comment and I am not seeing it, I apologize. Oh, what's up? Tyler, what's happening? So I can see comments too. Perfect. So here's the way Sipping Sunday works. We get up here on a Sunday, and your boy, I don't have a plan. I don't have anything I'm working on. I just randomly chat with y'all for, a good 30 minutes or so, and then I pop on off there. So if it's your first time here, welcome to Sipping Sunday. What I also would do during Sipping Sunday is pull me up a little something. This is Bayou's Single Barrel. It was a decent pour. I find that I mix it with Coke more than anything else. So I just got me a nice little glass right here. We're going to pour us a nice little pour. Who knows? We might finish that while we up here. And got me a good old Coke. Cracker open. Give it a little bit of swirl. And then we chat. Are you a fan of Crown Salted Caramel? Tyler, not really. I tried salted caramel when it first dropped, and I got a couple boxes, a box or two back over there. It was okay. Like, I drank it mostly with apple, but I just really wasn't a big fan of it, honestly. North Carolina has a salted caramel by John A.P. Connolly that I like more than Crown Royal salted caramel. Oh, yeah, this one right here, John A.P. Connolly salted caramel. This is night and day better than Crowns. I don't know. I mean, I'm just not a big fan of that. Yeah, that's good in a rum and coke. That is good. Good question, though. Keep the questions coming. And while we have the questions coming, if you are in the North Carolina area, I'm in High Point, Greensboro area. So if you are in the proximity of that, and you are interested in, now I think that Tyler, I think is good for cocktails. If you are interested in kicking it with your boy, I'm having what I'm calling a meet and greet flight night here in High Point. Tickets are on sale. You can message me on Instagram or here, and I can get you details. But depending on what level ticket you purchase, you have access to different things. And what I mean by different things is you get to build a flight for the night. So if like you, I think it's just a regular Jones level, patron level, and then the VIP level. So if you were a Jones level, I got some cool things that are not available in North Carolina, some tequilas, and maybe a whiskey or two that's probably in North Carolina. That, you can build your flight and kind of try and taste. I'm going to have some snacks out there, so you'll get to participate in that. If you are somebody who wants to create content and want to create content with your boy, you can roll on up and we can make some content while we're out there. Next level up is patron level. It does increase the availability of spirits. So like something big here that I think is really, really good, and if you haven't had a chance to try, I would suggest trying, is the Benchmark series. So the Foolproof, the Top Floor, the bonded. The I don't know what the other two are, but the five new ones that are dropped. If you're a Patreon member, you could do the flight and taste samples of all five of those, or you can mix and match and add other things in. But then VIP level was just VIP, everything in my party VIP. When you VIP, you VIP, baby. So you can try pretty much anything I have in the house. Like I got one guy who built his with the Whistle Pig 18, the Weller foolproof. I got the whole foolproof flight of special reserve, single barrel, foolproof, 107 and 12 years. You could come and just get samples of all five of those kind of deal. So I mean, I think it's a pretty cool process, pretty cool deal. You get to try some stuff that you might not ordinarily try, and you get to hang out with your boy. So that is happening December 3rd. There are a few tickets remaining because I'm not making this a big thing. I want to keep it small so I can keep my arms around it. But there are still some tickets available. Are you still? Yep, I am, Tyler. Still am. But I do have. So if you've been following me on TikTok, I do have a new TikTok page called JNM, which Jones N Mann, fans, FANS. I'm trying to get that to 1,000, but I've been scared to promote it because I also created an original Jones N Mann page and they got banned. So so go out and follow JNM fans. I'm about to announce my final contest for the end of the year. I am going to be giving away a bottle of Baby Sass, rack, and I'll show y'all that if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a Buffalo Trace product. I'm gonna be giving away a bottle of Baby Sass by the end of the year. So I think I started starting Friday until the end of the year. Well, the week before the end of the year. So I think it's the 26th. Giving away that bottle of Sass. You can get an entry by grabbing something from CW. Every $50 that you spend gets you an entry in, and you get a bonus entry if you also follow that JNM fans. They're easy. All right, let's talk bottles, baby. Let's talk about what I've tried new lately. So you got a review coming for you on that Basil Hayden red wine finish. If I haven't already dropped it, I might have. I also have a rum out of North Carolina, a barrel pick. It's not out of North Carolina, but it's a barrel pick rum. That's phenomenal. I've been enjoying these chicken cocks. I have, this is the Kentucky Straight. We had the rye, but the rye was just, they killed the rye completely. And then I also have the Island Rooster, which is finished in rum barrels. So this is kind of like the equivalent of Angel's Envy rye. It is finished in rum cask. The difference here is this is a higher rye content, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is like a 95% rye content. So good punchy. Little less, well, I would say a lot less sweet than Angel's Envy. Man, I've been rocking with all of these different Bartisan creams. So this is the cream. I've got a peanut butter one. Caramel turtle, still my favorite. What up, Z? I just ordered the chocolate toffee because I felt like that might be good too. So that's them Ballantines, man. If you like chocolate flavored whiskeys and things of that sort, honestly, I don't think it's anybody that can compete with Ballantyne. Not out of what I've tried so far. Like I think Bird Dog has a chocolate, man. That was not good. It was not good to me at all. Oh, another cool one. Von Payne. This is Von Payne Black. So what they do is they take an American whiskey and then they infuse that American whiskey with what's called black currant, which is like like a grape. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Comes with this dope topper, like a gargoyle top of that. That's where you just pour up out of that piece. I think this tastes like a spirit forward new old fashioned. I got to put all those things together because it stays true to the whiskey. It's got some heat to it. It's got some bold flavor to it, but it also has a mouthfeel and a sweetness to it, like you were drinking an old fashioned. But it's not orange influence. It's not cherry influence. It's more of a grapey style, which is what, like if you go to a restaurant and you see on the menu new old fashioned, what they've done is they've probably added a peach puree or some other mixture to the old fashioned, stayed true to the spirit forwardness of the cocktail, but gave you a different complexity, a flavor complexity. And I think that that's the best way I can describe Von Payne. So what else? Anybody? Am I on? It's Sunday. Am I the only one sipping, or are y'all sipping on a little something, something? If you're sipping, what you sipping on? Cause it can't be a sipping Sunday if I'm the only one sipping. Can't play no music because TikTok will, YouTube will shut that down. So I can't play no music again. What else have I tried? Man, because I'm constantly trying something. Ooh. If you're a supporter of charities and you like really good whiskey, this Old Forester single barrel, man, this thing's coming in at 128.7. Proceeds go towards helping out the Innocent Lives Foundation. And what Innocent Lives does, it's just a group. I say the same thing every time, but I like the phrase ethical hackers. But it's just a group of volunteers who decided that they want to support a great charity by investing their time in building cases on child predators. So they'll go out, and sometimes the family might initiate that. Sometimes it's just what they do from being out on the interwebs, and they build a Crown Peach and Lemonade. Nice, Z. They build a case, and what that does is that helps. Like I always share the story about, and we even talk about it on one of the videos. There's some videos posted. The Chris Hansen situation. Everybody knows Chris Hansen, and they walk in, and the guy's like, "Whoa, oh, I'm in trouble." But in a lot of those cases, they don't. I mean, they get shunned. They are. I guess shunned is the right word to use. Shunned in their community from that aspect, but they really don't face a lot of Crown Apple and Lemonade. Nice persecution, but they don't get prosecuted. Sipping on barrel and a fat bottom Betty, hey. And that's because it can, a good lawyer can write it off as and can get it thrown out as entrapment. Whereas when they've got a history of what they've already, because at that point they really have been chatting, they really haven't done anything. But these guys are getting content and getting proof, so it helps the case a lot better. Oh yeah. Now y'all got some good cocktails, some good things going on there. Tyler, have you tried Crown salted caramel? Has anybody tried that new 29-year-old Crown? I can't do it, man. I have the 18 here, and I was left wanting from the 18, and I think the 29 is like $300-400. I can't do it. I can't do it. The way my money is set up, I can't do it. I got a video I'm editing here. I got to try and get that done. I'm trying to think of what else have I been through. I said by the end of the year, I'm gonna finish my decanter and bomb project. I got two more things to add. Okay, not yet. I'm gonna want to get my opinion first. Ooh, 18 was okay, right? Unless I can go to a bar somewhere and try it, you probably won't get my opinion on the 29 year. I already say once you start going over $100, you are going to face a lot of diminishing returns when it comes to whiskeys. Um, Not to say that there aren't some that are great over that price point, but for me, someone who whiskey's my second love, and that there's so many things out there to try that a lot of times when I go over $100, I am more often than not disappointed. So to multiply that to make it $400, I'm gonna probably wager that it's not. What up, TD? So this is the Cullinan decanter by Prestige House. It's a cool little decanter, and this is what I built my. It's dusty. I ain't even messed it in so. I ain't messed with it so long. My decanter in bond. I got a couple of things I'm adding to it. You can actually order these and see more information about the decanters on JonesNmann.com. JonesNmann.com. Well, okay, so what I'm sipping on is I just got regular Coke. And have I tried my decanter? I have tried it, but I haven't tried it in a very, very long time. And the rum that I have is I have this Bayou out of Louisiana. Bayou rum. I'm trying to get it out the lights. This is a single barrel. It wasn't expensive. It was like less than $25. All right, Gray. Less than $25. Less than 26 for sure. Um, it turned out to be okay for rum and cokes. It wasn't a sipper for me. It didn't make me wanna, just pour up straight pours of it. But it's worked. Does the job? It does the job. It's 80 proof, I believe, or 40, 40, yeah, 80 proof. Oh, sipping on some Few Red. Okay, I always get Few confused. Is which one is Scotch? Is Few Scotch or is Few bourbon? One of those square bottles like that is Scotch. Any update on Blanton's bringing more to the market? No, I mean, no more than before. About 2 years ago, doing like right at the height of COVID or right before COVID, the straight from the barrel and the gold were released to be sold in the U.S. But I have yet to see a U.S. straight from the barrel or a U.S. gold in person. Now I've got somebody who said I know somebody who bought a gold, but I don't know the story. Like I don't know if he bought his gold from somebody traveling internationally or not. But I have yet to see any of my people come across one or see one available for purchase. I've got a couple of people that try and stay on it, and if they can get me one, they'll get me one. But I once heard a guy say that the bourbon boom has started probably over the last 7 to 8 years. So maybe even 9, 10 years ago, and that with that, Buffalo Trace and other distilleries started to build more rig houses, produce more juice, put more juice in the barrel kind of deal, and that we're coming up on that 7, 8, 9 year mark where a lot of the Buffalo Trace products or hit maturity, so that they say we're going to see more product on the shelves. I think this has been one of the biggest years for BTAC. The number of BTAC bottles released, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I read that somewhere. I have not seen, like, I haven't seen Eagle Rare on the shelf in a minute, and I used to see Eagle Rare regularly all the time. I have scooped up a couple Buffalo Traces. Matter of fact, I grabbed one the other day for somebody. I haven't bought a Blanton's in a long time. I wanted to buy one before the end of the year so that I could give it away, but I haven't. I haven't come across one. I have one, two. I got one Blanton's that is like sealed, and I got a couple that are open. I had a chance to buy one, but I didn't because I don't know why I didn't buy that one. I guess I wasn't thinking about I'd want to give one away at the end of the year. But now I wish I had, because I would have liked to be able to. Yeah, might as well. I didn't want to. I didn't want to pour that hefty of a pour, but it's sipping Sunday, so this is what we do. Pour me a little Coke in there and swirl on around. Are you a fan of E.H. Taylor? Most definitely. My top three whiskeys right now. Um, Weller Special Reserve is a regular for me. Blanton's is a regular for me, and E.H. Taylor. If I had to say my favorite of all time, it's probably been that I got a George T. Stagg that I will most likely finish this year. I'll finish. You can see it right there. I will probably. I usually do a Christmas episode where I go through what I've done in the year, and I will do that. I have had all the Blanton's toppers, but over time I've given them away. You know, I thought you had the well, I was keeping them, but I was drinking the whiskey. I was drinking the blends, and I'd keep the topper. But the cool thing now is to keep the bottle sealed. And I was like, that don't make no sense to me, because they meant to be drank. And once I started getting into whiskey, I just went off of it. Yeah, I tried a Ciroc VS about 3 years ago, Coop. It's all right. The review is actually out here on TikTok. Probably about 2-3 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood. But the thing to remember is Ciroc VS is a brandy. Firing it up over there. It is not a cognac, which cognac and brandy are cousins. But I've tried Henry the 13th, Louis. Oh, not Henry, Louis the 13th, and it won't worth it. It won't worth it to me. It's worth it when you think about the container. It's worth it when you think about, like, there's some 50-year-old cognac in that bottle. There's worth it in like, how long does it take? You know, not how long. We know 50 years, but how think about how long 50 years. That's a lot. I haven't been along. I haven't even been alive 50 years. So it's worth it in that aspect. But for me, I talk a lot about from a taste standpoint, and my reviews are more common man. Like, if a person picked this up and they tasted it, would it be something exceptional enough that it would be worth it to them? Outside of, like, knowing the history, outside of it being a limited release, because I've been doing a lot of stuff on TikTok lately about value and quality, but all of those, and even taste, all that stuff's subjective, man. It's just it's how much money do you have, and or how much do you value the alcohol that you buy, kind of deal. Um, if you sold my mother a Pappy 20 year for $2, it would be too much for her because she don't drink alcohol. There's no value in it for her. So it's subjective. So I try and take an approach of from my palate, because I tell you that it's from my palate, and from a taste perspective. So from a taste wise, nah. Well, nah, and it's been a long time ago. I honestly don't know if side by side, I probably would notice. Oh, there's some different things about this cognac than the regular cognac, a regular Remy kind of deal. But would I say I'd spend? I think they're about $3 a bottle. Yeah, nah. Way my pocket's set up, I honestly, there's very few whiskeys over $100 that I would tell you that are worth it. Very few whiskeys. A few tequilas, but very few whiskeys. And in the grand scheme of things, there's probably something in all of those categories half that cost that are good. I don't know, but they do. Do you get drunk or do you drink? I do drink. I don't. I say I don't get drunk. I don't like. People are blacking out and throwing up all over. So that's drunk to me. That's now we say grunk, which is like, oh, I might get a little more party. Down, I do that. I get a good buzz going on, but I'm not. I leave that for the kids, getting drunk and blacking out and not knowing where you at and throwing up all over stuff. That is, I can't. I'm too old for that. Don't knock it if that's your thing. Get on, do it, do it while you can. But I don't outgrew that phase. Yeah, I sip. Somebody asked me yesterday or day before yesterday, like what cocktails do you make? And honestly, this rum and coke right here, that's probably between rum and coke and margarita are the main cocktails that I drink in my personal life. 90% of the time, I have access to what I consider to be great liquors. So I drink 90% of my stuff straight. Usually, if I'm drinking a cocktail, it's because I don't really like what it is I'm drinking. Or two, we're going to be drinking for an extended amount of time. And drinking a cocktail kind of helps me slow the process down a little bit. But this is a little behind the scenes look at some of the liquors on the liquor cabinet. I've been moving around. I did a party a couple weekends back, so there's a bunch of holes in here. And that's because I still have liquor in the bag and all that stuff. Bottom shelf bourbon and tequila. Bottom shelf bourbon. My bottom shelf is Old Granddad. That's probably the cheapest that I drink and enjoy, but it's a solid pour. It's like $20. What I drink tequila wise, cheapest is probably Pueblo Vieja or Altos. And they run you about $25 somewhere in that neighborhood. Coming in the pipeline? What do you mean by coming in the pipeline? I have had Old Forester birthday bourbon. I think it's a cool bottle. I think it's a cool experience. If I had a chance to get a bottle at retail, I probably would buy it. But I had some a couple of years ago, and I haven't hunted it since. Cause while it was cool, it wasn't stellar for me. Could have been the year, but it didn't wow me. So I don't hunt it anymore. I think September 1st is the release date for a birthday. So I always around that September 1st date, I look for it, but I never pay secondary prices for it. 1910, 1920. Old Forester makes some solid products that are nowhere near that birthday bourbon mark. They don't have as cool of a bottle, but it's still solid juice. Good mixer for Appleton 12, ice. But I mean, you can do it with Coke, but I like Appleton 12. Yeah, I don't usually mix Appleton 12. Yeah. So you bought a Bartisan. What I mean, what broke about it? I've had my Bartisan probably my birthday, probably a year and a half, and it's never broken on me. So what happened with you? I also had the Bev too, though. I just got the Bev this year. Any bottles? Well, there's tons of bottles I haven't tried. Tons. Any bottles I'm looking to get. This is the time of year where you hunt for pappies. I would really, really love a George T. Stagg 2022. I love to replace. I love to side by side these two bottles, finish this one, and have my 2022 for a couple years. But other than that, I've spent so much money lately that I have I got too much to. Well, I got too much, but I got too much to try. No, I don't really think there's a poor man's Blanton's. Blanton's is something that, like, I'm not saying Blanton's is the best whiskey in the world. No, it is not. Blanton's is very enjoyable, but I don't think that you'll ever really be able to try something else to scratch Blanton's off your list. A lot of people say John J. Bowman tastes a lot like Blanton's. I haven't done it side by side. I've got a couple Bowmans here, but again, like I got 3 or 4 bottles of Bowman's back there, but I haven't even opened any of them. I just haven't got to that point to where I can review them yet. But I will, and maybe I'll do that and see how it compares. But I love Blanton's. It's a Sunday morning. It's not a super aggressive bourbon. There's not a lot of complexity to it, but it's just a nice, easy drinker. I'm with you, Coop. Okay, so I did have an issue with my whiskey bottle leaking. But then what I found to be my issue with my whiskey bottle was like I got it here in the bar, and then I'd move it. Whenever I moved it, it leaked. So what I did was I stopped moving it. And then long term, another thing I did is I don't store my I don't store my whiskey. I don't like once I'm done with it, like we use it for a party, I put everything back in the bottle, and I don't store anything in it. I enjoy it. I use it, but I don't use it as much as I did when I first got it. Um, but I think it's a cool little. Like I even bought the Bev. I got the Bev over there now, but I probably used the Bev 10 times. This is what Bowman Brothers look like. This is the small batch. This is the John J. And there's a port finish back there somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. And what? If any, I mean, I found like that sometimes, like anything bumping those bottles, like somebody messing around with it, man, it's just it would leak. That is a flaw that they have, but it was only the whiskey. None of the other ones did that at all. So here's what you need to know, Lemon. One, Free shipping when you spend 125 bucks, because shipping is expensive, man. And my code saves you 5% off. So, and I'm giving away a Sazerac. So if you do make a purchase and you spend at least 50 bucks, let's say you spent 150, you get 3 entries into my raffle. That's where the Bev has the advantages about the sucking the bottles up. I think Bartisan has done a lot. They've launched 2 new machines, a professional one and then one that has like only 2 canisters on it, I believe. So I think they know that that's an issue and they trying to work on it. Fortunately for me, in the way that I use it, that the whiskey leaking wasn't an issue. It did happen, but it wasn't a big issue because I don't. And I guess maybe that's why I stopped storing it, because I didn't want it to leak. Yep, they take the same capsules. Take the same capsules for sure. As a matter of fact, Bev don't even make their own capsules, so you got to use the same ones. And usually during this time of year, Christmas time, I'm like, doing a whole lot of content around it, but I ain't done none this year. Worried about girls. Well, y'all, it is 36 minutes into it. I just wanted to jump in. This has been a really chill leak. Now I'll take the ball. Oh yeah, okay. This has been a chill sipping Sunday. I need to do it more often than I say I am, but I'm a slacker. I'm not a slacker. I'm just it's a lot. Trying to create content and keep new things out there fresh from y'all, and and not drink every single minute of every single day. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But I gotta, I'm trying to give y'all good content and keep it out there. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Check out Jones N Mann, JNM fans, uh, JNM fans to follow that on TikTok. So, cause I'm trying to get that up to 1,000, so I can go live on TikTok. What else I want to tell y'all? Oh, if you're in the local area, don't forget December the 3rd is flight night / meet and greet. But it's been another good time hanging with y'all. I've enjoyed it. Well, I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, it'll be 40 minutes up here. What you got, bro? Can I get a free bottle? You sure can. I'm giving away a bottle at the end of the month, Lenny. End of the month. All you got to do is go to CW Spirit, spend at least 50 bucks, get an entry in. I have had the Wild Turkey Masters Keep. I got a bottle of one up there. It was what, 300 bucks? I didn't really love it. I thought it was okay. And secondly, the one is toasted barrel, and I'm starting to believe that I don't like toasted barrels. I thought I would, but Basil Hayden is the softest whiskey out there because it's only 80 proof. Or flavored whiskeys are soft. Well, I'm gonna finish the rest of my cocktail and do some editing, get some videos situated. But I drop something new every single Friday. Plus, I'm dropping reels and shorts and all that other stuff. You can go to JonesNmann.com. You can grab t-shirts. You can grab t-shirts. You can grab hats. You can grab all kind of stuff there. You can see what I've got going on. You'll see, I try and post like when I'm going to be traveling out of town or I'm going to a particular event. I try and put that information on JonesNmann.com. Hopefully, if I see you in the streets, we can have a cocktail together. But it's been 40 minutes, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Click them and